Ladies and gents, petrol heads and casual cruisers, we are back and diving headfirst into round 1, group 6 of this fast and furious rally tournament. These drivers are here to turn heads, drop jaws, and possibly lose some hubcaps. First on our roster is Cupcake. No, not Cupcake like the dessert you can get at a kid's birthday party, but Cupcake the mediocre diecast racer. Nonetheless, Cupcake is bringing some sugar and spice to the asphalt in Johnny Tran's fierce Honda S2000. Will the competition get a sugar rush or a toothache? We're about to find out. And coming up next, we've got Dusty Miles, not to be confused with the weather report. He's all clear skies and burning rubber in his classic 1971 Plymouth GTX. Old school cool is his game. Let's see if he can keep up the pace. And in the posh lane, we have Endcount, making an entrance in the ever-elegant Austin Martin DB5. Will he glide smoothly to victory or get caught in a British downpour? Time will tell. And rounding out our lineup, there's CHOWHOUND, stepping out of the gleaming white Porsche 718 Cayman GT4, famously driven by the radiant Gal Gadot. While Gal sets the screen on fire with her charm, CHOWHOUND, well, he's promising to set the track ablaze with speed. And let's face it, in this race, it's speed that counts. So rally your spirits and set your expectations to adrenaline fueled, because we're about to light up this racetrack. Start your engines. The 10-second board is out. We have Cupcake in the first lane, Dusty Miles in the second lane, Endcount and CHOWHOUND over there by that skid steer. Looks like Endcount and Dusty Miles out in front. Endcount gets up on his side and he's on his roof. As they go through 360, it looks like Dusty Miles is out front. Will he hold on to it? Cupcake takes the win and barely edges out Dusty Miles. Let's take a look at that replay here. It looks like Dusty Miles is out front. Endcount right behind him, but Endcount goes a little too fast. Gets up on his side there in that Austin Martin DB5. I don't know why my voice changes to a British accent when I do that. Channeling my inner Theodore Braves, I guess. There's Dusty Miles out in front, going up the lane 2 bridge. Cupcake taking advantage of it, getting a huge amount of air and spinning out as he crosses the finish line here. We'll follow that to the finish line cam. Look at that air by the S2000 as he slides sideways across the finish line. That car probably has at least $100,000 under the hood. Quote me on that, Jesse. All right, race 1 is over. Cupcake with 4 points. They will shift lanes. Cupcake now in the fast lane. Will Cupcake be able to take advantage of the fast lane after he was out in front in the first race? It looks like Dusty Miles out front, but Cupcake's in the quick lane into the loops. Who will come out of the loops? Dusty Miles out front by a car length takes it from Cupcake, and as we see Endcount spinning around, blocking CHOWHOUND for the finish there. We'll slow that down for you. Dusty Miles looks like he's way out in front at this point. But folks, into that 360, Cupcake in that Honda S2000 is too nimble, almost catches up. They're side by side as he comes down off that bridge. But Dusty Miles in that GTX takes race 2 and 4 points. Just to reiterate, the scoring system for this tournament, first place is 4 points, second place is 3 points, 2 for third, and 1 for fourth. And if you don't finish, aka you crash and burn and don't go across the finish line, you get a big fat goose egg. Race 3, here we go. I missed the scores, but hopefully you saw it. I was too excited to shift over 1 lane and restart this. We have CHOWHOUND in that Porsche Cayman in the fast lane, but he is a little bit sluggish. Those Porsches have a lot of handling, but he may be a little underpowered for this race. And there you see Endcount fly off the track again and get stuck under the lane 2 bridge. He will get 0 points for this race. I was so focused on my commentary awesomeness that I didn't even see who won. It looks like at this point Cupcake was going to be the one that came out front. And does he do it? Yes, Cupcake out front. Right there, Endcount strikes Dusty Miles. You can see him stutter a little bit, barely making it over that jump, allowing CHOWHOUND to close the door on him, or close the gap on him rather. But Dusty Miles closed the door and was able to take second place. We head to the helicopter cam to get a view of where Endcount is resting. We'll have to send the emergency crew out there to make sure he is safe and to tow his car out from that spot. Please don't mess up my grass. I spent a long time putting that grass down, Endcount. Do not mess it up or you'll be fined $1 billion. And I'll have to use that money to build another Tiny Track Cars Diecast racing track, which, hint, spoiler, we are doing anyways. Reveal coming soon. Another track in the works for Tiny Track Cars. Alright, I was totally not paying attention to that race. Let's slow that down for you and see what happened. Endcount out front, but Dusty Miles jumps past him. Now it looks like Cupcake is out front as they go up the 360. 4 cars almost dead nuts side by side. Endcount out front by a little bit. Does he hold on to it? It looks like he does. And Dusty Miles had a chance, but hit the side of that curb, spun out and lost a lot of speed there. We'll take a look from the finish line cam. Dusty Miles doing a pretty epic drift across that finish line checkered flag. All right, we got a tie for first and second, and a tie for third and fourth. Who will continue to prosper in this Group 6 of the Fast and Furious tournament? Okay, race 5, they're back to their starting positions. Cupcake did take the victory last time, but if you remember right, Endcount did crash. Will Endcount crash in this one, or will he take the win? It looks like Dusty Miles is far out front in lane 2. Where was Dusty Miles in race 1? Or maybe it was Cupcake that choked in this race 5. We'll take a look at that in slower motion here. It looks like Dusty Miles is just not bleeping around anymore. He is far out in front. Endcount also out there, but Endcount, as you know, enters a 360 a little bit further back than Dusty Miles. Dusty Miles in lane 2, which is a slight advantage here. And folks, he does take advantage of that. Cupcake in the S2000 sliding in for third place. And don't forget CHOWHOUND. CHOWHOUND isn't the fastest out there, folks, but he is putting in the laps. Putting in the laps and causing our instant replays to go longer than we would have liked. So, thank you for finishing. You have 7 points, CHOWHOUND. You get to pick it up. Maybe, NOS. NOS is the only answer in the Fast and Furious world. More NOS, more better. Everybody knows that in underground street racing. Alright, they're out of there, sending it down the track. Nitro, rally, cross, action, Fast and the Furious. Dusty Miles looks like he's out front again, but Cupcake out of nowhere in lane 2. Cupcake takes it as he spins around. That's his signature move, I think. He does the little spinny, spinny, spinneroo. The S2000 is just a lot of power, and it's a little bit light. So as he gets to that open track, you know, he just spins around and can't control it. But boy, is he fast. There you see him hit a little bit of a speed bump there, but that doesn't slow him down. He still takes the victory and 4 points. It looks like Cupcake and Dusty Miles might be walking away with this one. Whoa, did you see that Endcount up on 2 wheels as he came around that corner? He does save it though, put some more points on the board to stay ahead of CHOWHOUND. We have Dusty Miles with 20, Cupcake right on his heels at 19, and the other two are shortly behind, but not out of it yet. Anything can happen at this point. Miracles do happen. Maybe not in Rainy Rally, but miracles do happen. All right, they are out of there again. The 2 black cars side by side as they go up to 360. Looks like Endcount might be in contention for this one. Look at Endcount go, and he pulls it off, and we have some contact between Dusty Miles and Cupcake. They are banging. They are booming. I don't know why they're booming. Nothing blew up, but they're banging all right. Not physically banging. This is whoa, did you guys see that lady in the bikini down by the trees in the middle of the track? Where did she come from? Cotton Eye Joe? Where did you come from? Where did you go? I don't know why I always sing. But Endcount, congratulations. Then you see the action beating and banging from Dusty Miles and Cupcake. I want to look at that from another angle, don't you guys? Well, you're going to watch it anyways because you're tuned in. Dusty Miles by half a car. Then we got S2000 and then CHOWHOUND bringing up the rear. As we go into race 8, it's just a battle for first at this point, folks, between Cupcake and Dusty Miles. Dusty Miles in lane 1, Cupcake in lane 4. But don't leave out Endcount because he's in lane 2, the fast lane, and he can still capitalize on this and put some more points on the board, even though he is out of it at this point. But I'd like to see him beat these 2 cars just to show him how fast he is, and there it is. Endcount takes the win. Endcount, folks, unfortunately probably would have been in contention for moving on in this round if he was able to keep that Aston Martin on the track, because it is fast and it is furious. I use that line so much. It's fast and furious, but it was just a little too squirrely. As we see there, everyone wanted to catch up with him, but Endcount was just too fast there. Dusty Miles drifts across the finish line. He's done that a couple times. That is a beautiful, beautiful thing. Let's watch that drift by Dusty Miles. He clips that corner and perfect slide across the finish line. As we see the scoreboard pop up here, congratulations to Cupcake in the Honda S2000 and Dusty Miles in that Plymouth GTX. Endcount and CHOWHOUND, thank you so much for joining us. It's been a pleasure. Both of your cars are beautiful, and I can't wait to have you back at Rainier Rallycross. This has been Round 1, Group 6 of the Fast and the Furious tournament. And of course, until next time, stay tuned, stay passionate, and get ready for more incredible moments on the track.